Okay, good afternoon, guys. I hope you're well and that you had a lovely day yesterday and that you had a little bit look at that poem I told you to do. I'm going to give you a few examples at the end of this lesson. So, but I still hope you're well. So, today we're going to do reading and reading. We're going to do a comprehension test basically. For the new guys, this is me. I am your teacher. My name is Leandri. And like I said, we're going to read a lesson. We're going to answer questions. We're going to do the vocabulary of that. And then we're going to discuss the poem you need to do for me for tomorrow. Okay. Spitting to survive. Spit keeps our mouths moist and softens our food when we chew. Without spit in our mouths, we would have a hard time talking. We would find it even harder to swallow. But for some animals, spit works better after it has left the mouth. Some animals are expert at surviving because they are expert spitters. Llamas are animals often found in petting zoos and farms. These animals seem to like their personal space. A llama that feels threatened or annoyed will spit slimy gobs at you to get you to leave it alone. Sometimes llamas even spit on each other to steal food. This trick usually works because llama spit includes food from the llama's stomach and it can be quite smelly. When a llama spits on another animal, the animal usually loses its appetite and walks away, leaving its food behind. The archer fish is a very skilled spitter. This fish is like a submarine with a loaded weapon. It takes aim and spits jets of water at insects and other small creatures to knock them into the water. When it gulps them down, then it gulps them down quickly. To create such a forceful stream of water, an archer fish closes its gills and uses its tongue to form a tube in its mouth. Then the fish sticks out its snout out of the water and aims. Aim, launch, lunge. Spitting cobras are also known for their expert aim. These snakes spray poisonous venom from their fangs to protect themselves. Scientists believe that these snakes actually aim for the eyes. When the cobra's venom gets into the eyes of an animal, the venom causes terrible pain and even blindness. This gives the snake plenty of time to get away. Spitting is considered to be rude behavior in people, but for some animals, spitting can be a smart way to get lunch or a clever way to avoid becoming lunch. Does anybody want to read this piece for me? Does anybody want to? Okay. Yeah, I have a hand.
Ma'am,
Yes.
morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Ma'am, I'm fine. Ma'am, should I read the whole story?
You can read the whole story.
Spitting to survive. Spit, spit keeps our mouth moist and softens our food when we chew. Without spit in our mouth, we would have no hard time talking. We would find it even harder to swallow. But for some animals, spit works better after it has left their mouth. Some animals are expert at surviving because they are expert spitters. Llamas and are animals that are found in petting zoos and farms. These animals seem to like their personal space. A llama that feels threatened or annoyed will spit slimy gobs that to you to leave it alone. Sometimes llamas even spit on each other to steal food. This track usually works because llama spit includes food from the llama's stomach and it can be quite smelly. When a llama spits on another animal, the animal usually loses its appetite and walks away, leaving its food behind. The archer fish is a very skilled spitter. This fish is like a submarine with a loaded weapon. It takes aim and spits jets over of water and insects and other small creatures to knock them into the water. Then it grapples them down quickly to create such a forceful stream of water. And anchorfish closes its gills and uses its tongue to form a table in its mouth. Then the fish sticks its nuts out of the water and aim, launch. Spitting crabs and are also known for their expert aim. These snakes spray poisonous venom from their fangs uh, to protect themselves. Scientists believe that these snakes actually aim for the eyes. When the cobra's venom gets into the eyes of an animal, the venom causes terrible pain and even blindness. This gives the snake plenty of time to get away. Spitting is considered to be the rude behavior in people, but for some animals, spitting can be a smart way to get lunch or a clever way to avoid becoming lunch.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Ma'am,
Yes.
spitting to survive. Spit keeps our mouths moist and softens our food when we chew. Without spit in our mouths, we could have a hard time talking. We could we would find it even harder to swallow, but for some animals, spit works better after it has left the mouth. Some other animals are experts at surviving because they are expert spitters. Llamas are animals often found in petting zoos and farms. These animals seem to like their personal space. A llama that feels threatened or annoyed will spit slimy gobs at you to get you to leave it alone. Sometimes llamas can even spit on each other to steal food. This trick usually works because llama spits includes food from the llama's stomach and it can be quite smelly. When a llama spits on another animal, the animal usually loses its appetite and walks away, leaving its food behind. The archerfish is a very skilled spitter. This fish is like a submarine with a loaded weapon. It takes aim and spit jets of water at insects and other small creatures to knock them into the water. Then it gulps them down quickly to create such a forceful stream of water. An archerfish closes its gills and uses its tongue to form a tube in its mouth. Then the fish sticks its snout out of the water and aim, launch. Spitting cobras are also known for their expert aim. These snakes spray poisonous venom from their fangs to protect themselves. Scientists believe that these snakes actually aims for the eyes. When the cobra's venom gets into the eyes of an animal, the venom causes terrible pain and even blindness. This venom this 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 gives the snake plenty of time to get away. Spitting is considered to be rude behavior in people, but some animals, spitting can be a very way to get a lunch or a clever way to avoid becoming lunch.
Okay, thank you. Guys, I am going down the list. So if somebody asks me to read next, it's not going to work like that. I'm going down the list. At the end of this, I also have a few poems that you can read to me. Okay, so it's fine if you don't get. I'm just going to give 2 more people the chance to read. Okay, Lesedi.
Spitting to survive. Spit keeps our mouth moist and softens our food when we chew. Without spit in our mouths, we would have a hard time talking. We would find it even harder to swallow. But for some animals, spit works better after it has left the mouth. Some animals are experts at surviving because they are expert spitters. Llamas are animals often found in petting zoos and farms. These animals seem to like their personal space. A llama that feels threatened or annoyed will spit slimy gobs at you to get you to leave it alone. Sometimes llamas even spit it on each other to steal food. This trick usually works because llama spit includes food and the llama's stomach, and it can be quite smelly. When a llama spits on another animal, the animal usually loses its appetite and walks away, leaving its food behind. The anchor fish is a very skilled spitter. The fish is like a submarine with a loaded weapon. It aims and spits jets of water at insects and other small creatures to knock them into the water. Then it gulps them down quickly. To create a forceful stream of water, the anchorfish closes its gills and uses its tongue to form a tube in its mouth. Then the fish sticks out its snout out of the water and aim, launch. Spitting crawlers are also known for their expert aims. These snakes spray poisonous venom from their fangs to protect themselves. Scientists believe that these snakes actually aim for the eyes. When crawlers' venom gets into the animal of the eye of an eyes of an animal, the venom causes terrible pain, even blindness. This gives the snake plenty of time to get away. Spitting is considered to be a rude behavior in people, but for some animals, spitting can be a smart way to get lunch or a clever way to avoid becoming lunch.
Thank you, Lesedi. I really appreciate that. Guys, thank you if you volunteered to read this for me. I'm going to give the last one an opportunity and then we're going to answer the questions. Okay.
Spitting to survive. Spit keeps our mouths moist and softens our food when we chew. Without spitting in our mouths, we would have a hard time talking. We would find it even harder to swallow. But for some animals, spit works better after it has left the mouth. Some animals are experts at surviving because they are expert spitters. Llamas are animals often found in zoos and farms. These animals seem to like their personal space. A llama that feels threatened or annoyed will spit slimy gobs at you to get you to leave it alone. Sometimes llamas even spit on each other to steal food. This trick usually works because llama's spit includes food from the llama's stomach, and it can be quite smelly. When the llama spits on other animals, the animal usually loses its appetite and walks away, leaving its food behind. The archerfish is a very skillful spitter. This fish is like a submarine with a loaded weapon. It takes aim and spits jets of water at insects and other small creatures and knock them into the water. Then it gulps them down quickly. To create such a focusful stream of water, the archer fish closes its gills and uses its tongue to form a tube in its mouth. Then the fish sticks its snout out of the water and aims. Aim! Launch! Lunge! Spitting hard grabs and also known for the expert aim. These snakes spray poisonous venom from their fangs to protect themselves. Scientists believe that these snakes usually aim for the eyes. When a cobra's venom gets in the eyes of an animal, the venom causes terrible pain and even blindness. This gives the snakes plenty of time to get away. Spitting is considered to be rude behavior in people, but for some animals, spitting can be a smart way to get lunch, or a clever way to avoid becoming lunch.
Thank you. Okay, so guys, we're going to answer the questions now. Thank you for reading, for everybody that put up the hands to read. We're just going to go to the questions now. Okay, list the three ways spits. Oh, sorry guys, give me 5 seconds for this. My computer is on the fritz today. Or actually not my computer, my PowerPoint is on the fritz today. I'm just going to open it again. Let's see if I can get somewhere with this. I'm so sorry guys. Just give me 5 seconds and I'll be with you again. Okay, so guys, since we are waiting for my PowerPoint presentation to open up, remember I told you yesterday that you must write me a poem. Write me a poem about any topic you would like. Last week you should have wrote me a poem about pets. This week you can write me a poem about anything you like. So basically anything you like, you can write me a poem about. It needs to have rhyming words and it needs to be sorry, and you have to have at least 2 figures of speech. and you need to have at least 2 figures of speech. So I'm just going to, I'm back online. Like I said, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it does that. Okay, so list the 3 ways spit helps humans. List the 3 ways spit helps humans. Anybody that wants to answer that question? Mace, I'm going to unmute you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I was asking, like, isn't it like maybe a cobra spits its poison to an animal to kill it?
The question is, I just want the answer of the question. The question is, list the 3 ways spit helps humans. How does spit help humans?
Spit helps humans like to talk.
Yes.
To is to talk, and does it involve the taste for the taste buds?
No. Okay, so spit helps humans with the 3 following things. Okay, it helps you to talk. It helps humans to chew by softening the food. And it helps us to swallow our food. Okay, which animal creates a forceful stream of water to capture insects? Which animal?
It's the acha fish, ma'am.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you. Okay. Name 2 reasons a llama might choose to spit. Name 2 reasons why a llama may choose to spit.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, it might choose to spit to get food from others if it doesn't have food and annoy others.
Okay. So the 2 reasons why llamas will spit is when they are annoyed with someone or something, or when they want somebody else's food. Okay. So when they feel threatened and to try and steal food. How does a spitting cobra uses its spit to protect itself? How does a spitting cobra use spit to protect itself?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, a cobra uses spit to protect itself by spitting into. It aims to spit into people's eyes. It could cause blindness from the venom.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, and the last one is, what is the author's purpose for writing this passage? What is the author's purpose for writing this passage? Is it A, to tell funny stories about animals? B, to teach the readers how animals survive? C, to express opinions about animals? Or D, to show how animals are different? Let me just... Okay, I'm going to unmute someone.
Ma'am, morning, ma'am.
Yes.
It's B, ma'am. To
Yes,
teach
it's B.
the reader how animals survive, ma'am.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you. Okay, now the next part of this exercise is we are going to put the words on the left side to the explanation on the right side. Okay, so we're going to put the words on the left side with the explanation on the right side. Now, the first word, moist. What does moist mean? Is it A, possession or direct, C, containing poison, C, a poisonous liquid that comes from animals, D, a person who shoots a bow and arrow, a person who is very knowledgeable about or skillful in a particular area, F, to keep away from, to keep clear of, G, desire for food or drink, or H, slightly wet.
It's H, slightly wet.
Yes, that is the explanation of moist. Thank you. Okay, so B, 2 is, what is the answer to 2 experts? What is the answer to experts? I am trying to unmute you guys.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, I think it's a person who shoots with a bow and arrow.
Okay, experts, it's not that one. Not that one. Okay, the number 2 is E. E, a person who's very knowledgeable or have certain skills in a particular area, that is an expert. Now the next one, appetite. Appetite. Appetite.
It's G, desire for food or it's G, desire for food or drink.
Yes, that is correct. Appetite is desire for food or drink. For Archer, what is that?
D, a person who shoots with a bow and arrow.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, so 5 poisonous. 5 poisonous.
A poison liquid that comes from animals.
Okay. No. This one is B. It's something that contains poison. But if I tell you something is poisonous, it's something that contains poison. Okay. So the next one, venom. Venom. What do you think venom is? What do you think venom is?
Venom is
What do you think venom is?
a poisonous liquid that comes from animals.
Yes, that is correct. It's a poisonous liquid that comes from animals. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. The next one, avoid. Avoid.
If
Sorry, I'm just going to unmute you. Unmute the next one.
Avoid.
Yes,
Avoid
avoid.
is F.
F,
Avoid is F, to keep away from, to keep away from or keep clear of.
Yes, that is correct. To keep away from or to keep clear of. Thank you. And the last one is aim. What is aim?
Aim, a person who shoots with a bow and arrow.
No, that one we already did.
A, to position or direct.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, so it's F to keep away from or to keep clear of, and A to position or direct. Okay, so guys, the next slide is this. This is your writing exercise that I talked about at the beginning of the class, or when my PowerPoint went crazy. Okay, so guys, I want you to write me a poem for tomorrow. I know this isn't, I gave this to you yesterday also. So what you're going to do is you're going to write a poem about any topic of your choosing, any topic, and you are going to put in rhyme words, and you're going to put at least in one figure of speech, any figure of speech you would like. Do you have a question?
Sorry, ma'am, I forgot to put my hand down.
Okay, no, it's fine. I just wanted to know, do any of you have a question about writing a poem? You need to give it to me tomorrow. You're going to either read it to me in class or at the end of this class. I'm going to give you my email address again, and if you want to, you can send it to me via email.
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, must we read it to you or can we email it to you, ma'am?
If you prefer to email it to me, you're more than welcome to email it to me. But if you have the if you can, you must read it to me, preferably.
Okay, ma'am. And another thing, ma'am, so we can write it in about anything at all, ma'am.
Anything at all. You can write it about anything at all. Thank you. Now, guys, I just want to tell you something. I know when you download a poem from the internet and pass it off as your own, just for your information, okay? Please don't do that. I know when you do that. Yes.
I wanted to ask, do we have to make it all rhyming, or it doesn't have to be rhyming?
It must be rhyming, not everything, but some of it must be rhyming. I'm going to show you the example now, then maybe you'll see what I mean. Okay, but it has to have some rhyme words, please. Okay. Thank you. Last week we did the poem about pets. Okay, yes?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, how many lines must we write it?
Not less than 8 lines. Anything more than 8 lines. Okay. So you can write more than 8 lines, but not less than 8 lines. Okay. So let's go to the few. I don't want that one. Okay. Let's begin with this one. Okay. The fly. Little fly, thy summer's play, my thoughtless hand has brushed away. Am not I a fly like thee, or art now thou a man like me? For I dance and drink and sing, till some blind hand shall shall brush my wing. If though thought is life, my strength and breath, and the want of thought is death, then am I a happy fly if I live or if I die. Okay. This is an example of a poem, short lines, but do you see that not every line rhymes? Like line 2 rhymes with line 4, and line in the second stanza, line 2 rhymes with line 4. But remember, if you look at this, I told you last week, and I'm going to say it again. If you write a poem, it's important to know or to write it down and read it out loud, because a poem isn't how it looks, a poem is how it sounds. You write poems for your ear. You write poems for your ear, not how it looks. Okay, that's important. I think even if you do everything else wrong in a poem, not that you can do a lot wrong, because I mean, even your tenses isn't that important when you write a poem. It's important to read the poem out loud and to listen to how it sounds. Okay. And then, like I said, you really need to have rhyme words in your poem. Just go back to the previous one. Okay, and here I'm going to read this one to you also. Okay. My kitten made a great mistake when playing yesterday. He is only 3 months old, you see, and very full of play. With his big eyes he peeped around our little Christmas tree. And there, dangling above his head, what did my kitten see? A big red ball so shiny bright. It gently swayed just so. It was a tempting moment for my little kitty, I know. He gave one jump into the tree, and then there came a crash. And through the door my kitty flew, a regular lightning flash. The shiny ball in pieces lay, my cheeks with tears were wet, and safe behind the cupboard tall, my kitten is hiding yet. Okay, this is a different type of poem, but like I said, it's important that it needs to rhyme. Does anybody wants to read this poem for me? Anybody who wants to read this poem for me? Okay, let's see here a few hands that wants to read the first one. Yes.
My kitten made a great mistake when playing yesterday. He's only 3 months old, you see, and very full of play. With his big eyes he peeped around our little Christmas tree, and there dangling above his head, what did my kitty see? A big red ball, so shiny, bright, it gently swayed just so. It was a tempting moment for my little kitty, I know. He gave me one jump into the tree, and then there came a crash. Out there the door my kitten flew, a regular lightning flash. The shiny ball in pieces lay, my cheeks with tears were wet, and safe behind the cupboard door my kitten is hiding yet.
Thank you. Like I said, I know there's a few of you that really wanted to read the first one, but this is okay. Yes.
Kitty and a ball. My kitty made a great mistake when playing yesterday. He's only 3 months old, you see, and very full of play. With his big eyes, he peeped around our little Christmas tree, and there, dangling above his head, what did my kitty see? A big red ball so shiny bright. It gently swayed just so it was tempting moment for my little kitty. I know. He gave one jump into the tree and there came a crash. Out through the door, my kitten flew a regular lightning flash. The skinny ball in pieces lay. My cheeks with tears were wet and safe behind the cardboard towel. My kitten is hiding yet.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Kitty and the ball. My kitten made a great mistake yesterday when playing. Okay, sorry. Can I start over?
You can start over, it's fine.
Kitty and the ball. My kitten made a great mistake when playing yesterday. He's only 3 months old, you see, and he's very full of play. With his big eyes, he peeked around our little Christmas tree, and there, dangling above his head, what did my kitty see? A big red ball, so shiny bright. It gently swayed just so. It was a tempting moment for my little kitty, I know. He gave one jump into the tree, then there came a crash. Out through the door my kitty flew, a regular lightning flash. The shiny ball in pieces lay, my cheeks with tears were wet, and safe behind the cardboard towel my kitty is hiding yet.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so guys, before we run out of time, I just want to go to the last slide with my email address. Like I said, guys, if you are not comfortable reading your poem out loud, which I can understand, I know some people are a bit more shy than others. It's fine. I understand that. So please, if you have this, if you want to write, no, you must write me a poem. But if you don't want to read it in class, please send it to my email address. Okay. Then if you send it to me, say, ma'am, you can read my poem out loud, but don't say my name. And then I won't. I will read you your poem, but I won't say it out loud, or I won't say your name out loud. Or you can just say, ma'am, you can read my poem in class, and then I will read your poem in class. Okay. Please don't feel like you must read the poem in class if you don't feel comfortable with that, because I understand that. Okay. I understand that. Okay. Any questions about the poems? Please do this. I would like that everybody tries this. Okay, I have a few hands up here. Yes.
Ma'am, does it only have to have one figure of speech, or it can have more?
It can have more, but not less than one or more.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to, oh, sorry, I was going to mute you again. Let me just go to the next one.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Did you say the poem is due to tomorrow?
Yes, the poem is due for tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, so basically, I know how your schedule works. So you have the rest of the afternoon to do it, and then tomorrow morning or tonight. The poem doesn't need to be long, but maybe you can just please do this. It's very important to me. Okay, please do this. And guys, I'm sorry for my PowerPoint freaking out earlier in the class. I will figure out what's happening, even if I have to get my computer redone or something. I will figure that out. But I hope you have a lovely afternoon, and I can't wait to hear or read your poems. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so have a lovely afternoon. And then I will see you again tomorrow. So goodbye, guys.